Birdman here. Today in my bird series, we are going to talk about a bird that is dear to my heart and my spirit animal, the raven, which is also known as the Corvus corax. The raven is often associated with signs of ill omen and loss, but also represents prophecy and insight. They are a connection to the world of spirits. While they sometimes are seen to represent death or ill omen, the raven in some cultures, and what I like to believe, is that the raven represents rebirth, starting anew, emotional intelligence, healing, and transformation. With a wingspan of about 4 feet, the raven soars through the skies like a hawk. They stand between 22 and 27 inches and weigh close to 4 pounds. Often confused with a crow, a raven is different because they have a much larger bill. The raven has a more wedge-shaped tail, where the crow has a more fan-shaped tail. Ravens also soar more than crows. Crows have more of a fast and flighty wing pattern. The raven's wing beat is more like swish swish, and the crow's wing beat is usually more silent. Ravens have more pointed wings, where the crow has a more blunt and splayed wing shape. A crow is also about the size of a pigeon, and a raven is much larger. A crow calls like caw, 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 or a rattle or coo in more clear notes, and a raven has a much more deeper voice like croaking or like wah, wah, or grunt, grunt. Common ravens have a well-developed ruffle of throat feathers, which are called hackles. The throat feathers of a crow are much more smoother. Common ravens are acrobats of the sky. They can do somersault in flight and fly upside down. They often have sparring matches in the sky and can perform a wide variety of acrobatic tricks. Ravens are longer in neck and flight than crows too. The common raven is the largest of the passerines or perching birds and can be found all across the United States and Canada. Ravens are not as common in urban areas. Ravens can be found in a variety of habitats. They usually prefer open areas, commonly found in agricultural fields, forests, on the edge by a lake or stream, in savannas, or in suburban areas. Ravens avoid dense forests as they are vulnerable to predators. It is uncommon to find crows and ravens living in the same environment. While the raven is usually seen as being all black, the raven has highly glossed feathers showing iridescent greens, blues, and purples, often having an oily or wet sheen. The primaries or fingers on the raven are longer with more slotting than a crow's. There are even white ravens that have a rare pigment condition called leucism. Common ravens are scavengers. They eat a wide variety of animal food, including small mammals, nesting birds, reptiles, insects like maggots and beetles, mice, berries, eggs, and are not above eating trash or other animal poop if they are hungry enough. Ravens hide their food from other animals, including other ravens. They sometimes play games with other ravens like hide and seek, showing other ravens their food and then moving it to another location later. The raven is an opportunist feeder and can adapt its source of food supply to the environment it lives in. They are very resilient birds. Ravens are excellent hunters. They often hunt in groups and can eat and trap prey twice their size. Ravens nest on cliff edges, large trees, power lines, and even billboard signs. Their nests are cup-shaped and made of twigs. Female ravens can lay up to 3 to 7 eggs and are incubated for about 18 days. The eggs are a dull greenish-blue color with brown spots. Female ravens are often smaller than the males. Both the male and female raven take care of their young, and the young are ready to leave the nest in about 5 to 7 weeks. They reach sexual maturity at about 3 years old and often stay around the area they were born. Ravens are very monogamous birds and often mate for life. The common raven is one of the most intelligent birds there is. Through its call, it can communicate a lot of different messages. It has a call for warning, threat, taunting, and cheer just by its sounds. Some researchers have found that the raven has over 30 different unique patterns of calls. In human care, the raven can even mimic sounds of human speech and other bird calls. Sometimes they are even better at it than a parrot. The raven and other corvid species are subject to many cognitive research studies. Ravens can use their beak to rip open objects and have even been known to use their intelligence to use tools to obtain food and aid in defending their territory. The corvids, raven, crows, magpies, and jackdaws, are often called the Einsteins of the bird family. Very few other birds match their intelligence. Ravens have what is called an episodic memory that is often found in humans and other primates. This allows them to remember human faces and other characteristics, particularly in association with an emotion or event. Ravens are even known to hold grudges for up to a month after a bad experience. A raven's lifespan is anywhere from 10 to 15 years, though captive ravens may live much longer, up to 40 or 50 years of age. The main reason for the early 50% mortality rate is their predators, which are the eagle, hawks, owls, and human hunters. Humans are their main predator. A group of ravens are often called an unkindness, treachery, or a conspiracy. Fun fact is I'm a huge Poe fan. In the popular poem The Raven, Edgar Allan Poe talks of the raven as an ill and ominous bird of lore. Children in the streets used to tease Poe, following him through the streets, flapping their arms and croaking. Poe's response was shouting nevermore at them until they ran away. Over the past decade, the raven population has exploded in North America. While the raven has a bad rap for bringing grief and loss, in some cultures it is known to bring healing, transformation, and new beginnings in others. In the northern Northwest Coast mythology, the raven is the powerful figure who transforms the world. Stories tell of how the bird created the land, released people from a cockle shell, and brought them fire. The raven stole the light and brought it to light up the world. Ravens are messengers of the gods in many cultures. The messenger of Apollo in Greek mythology, where a white raven delivered the message to Apollo that Cronus, Apollo's lover, had been unfaithful. In Native American culture, the raven symbolizes creation, transformation, knowledge, and truth. In ancient Egyptian culture, the raven is said to be a symbol of good luck and were messengers in the mortal world from gods. They are often associated with guidance in battle and premonitions of times of war. The symbol of the raven may mean something different to you, but for me, I find comfort in knowing that this bird, while it's been labeled and banned and ill omened by society and literature, can mean healing, transformation, and light in our darkest times. Stay tuned for more of my bird series.